I think individuality should be more celebrated. I think that there's too much conformity going on and there's too much assimilating. And like I understand it's cool to go ahead and go from point X to point Y to point Z and be a part of something. But at what cost? Um at some point you have to have your own mind. At some point you have to do your own research. You have to be skeptical on your own. And it's just like a lot of things that have been revered over time, a lot of things that have been pushed on over time, a lot of things that have been famously celebrated and tolerated over time are just aren't worthy of as much honor as they're given. Um, I know it's a meme, but it's like an object in motion stays in well, an object not in motion remain. I don't know what the fuck the law, but y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just saying though, like it's shit like that. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion unless another force comes and stops it, such as gravity. But things like that, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, we can see that. But like to be revered as some kind of genius for just making an observation, or to be revered as some form of genius just for establishing a framework for what we now view society as. I guess it determines some sort of recognition, but there are a lot of things going on in this world that have been going on that are not celebrated that frankly do deserve them. A lot of things, especially I'm always going to speak, especially on this channel, from the scope of a black man. That's I'm gonna speak because that's me. That's what I am. I'm not gonna lie. I go hard for my black people. I go hard for. I love everybody. There's no hating bone in my body. There's no one group of people that I despise. There is nobody that I want to see unalive at all. I don't care what it is. I only strictly believe in self-defense. Uh, I don't believe in antagonizing and nothing like that. But there is no but. Full stop, rather. There's a lot of things that have been found out, determined through the exploitation of others. And we blindly accept those things. But my point is individuality. In a world where we tell people to be individuals and be unapologetically themselves, whenever we see things that rival that viewpoint and things that might look a little bit off, they aren't open with they aren't met with open hands, open arms rather. It's more so discriminated against and scrutinized that you must prove why your difference should be tolerated. And it should never be that way. You should just be okay with being different. Of course, there are some things morally that just can't be happening. I'm not saying that you could just go outside and do what you do on GTA in real life. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is if there's someone who chooses to express themselves differently and chooses to stay alone and chooses to strategically pick when they want to interact with society, because I'm gonna speak as myself. I am oftentimes scrutinized for not involving myself within the affairs of my peers. Um, Even right now, I'm sitting outside alone. So I'm 22, but I'm doing some like older shit, I guess, like some shit that. Let me get my camera back right. But like I'm doing some things that typically people of my age don't really do. I think it's important that we develop our own thinking patterns. and are not just forced to think things, and we give ourselves the grace and the opportunity to be present in our own lives and not just be handed things off of devices that are meant to entrap us. Uh, I can see a lot of traps where people are meant to work in this cycle where they are programmed via entertainment and they eat and sleep, and that's it. They don't do no inner work. They don't live for themselves. They don't have grand ideas. In fact, the only thing that I see a lot of people really, really agree upon, no matter what it is that they all think they need more money. They all think that they need the things of the wealthy. That's a byproduct of capitalism. Certainly is. But I'm not going to say that I don't participate in capitalism because, like I said, this shirt, this phone, these headphones, everything this camera I'm talking to is a byproduct of capitalism. But here's the thing. Don't let it mean everything for you in your own life. Don't be caught into the trap of blindly believing that the path that someone else has laid out for you is what you need to be doing. And don't get pressured into believing that you are a burden for just existing. It is okay to sit outside and do nothing for a day. It is okay to depend on yourself. It is okay to just be present in your own life. And I know I'm just saying this, and there are so many things that come in your head before it, such as bills, such as expectations, such as another person's word. But at the end of the day, are you really living or are you just surviving? What do you want to do with your life? What do you envision yourself as? Don't let go of your ego. Don't let go of your inner child. Your thought processes, your ideas should only be made more and more grand in a sense. You shouldn't let go of how fun life was when you were a child. And even if your life wasn't too fun as a child, you should focus on bringing more and more joy to your life as time continues to progress. Because everyone is deserving of happiness. Everyone is deserving of freedom, and everyone is deserving of the knowledge on how to reach their enlightenment. But way too often, we are propagandized by things like our phones, social media, the news, whatever you want to call it, any of these media outlets, and you're told what and how to think. Understand that these things are not aligned with you, and it's aligned with someone else's vision. And whenever I think and I see someone manifesting and they start manifesting something material or a dollar amount, it's like, why are you manifesting someone else's dream? Anytime you manifest, you should manifest a space where it's like it's to your liking, it's what you want. It should be for you and your loved ones. It shouldn't be because someone else told you. It shouldn't be because NBA young boy told you that you need a Hellcat, my nigga. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, it shouldn't. Or it shouldn't be because Luke Bryan told you that you need a Ford F-150. Like it should be because, okay, even if you get inspired by said things, hey, do I like this? Or do I like something else? Maybe I do like this. Like Lucky. He talked about a Ferrari truck, the Ferrari Purosangue. Hey, that looks nice. But I'm not sitting here trying to manifest just a Ferrari Purosangue. It's more so like, that's going to be something that I reach on the way. That's going to be something that I reach as I continuously grow as an individual, and eventually, because material things don't really mean anything but what you give them the meaning towards. So I'm not gonna say that I'm not going to get it, because I'm going to get it. I'm going to obtain it. I'm going to obtain anything I want to. But what's way more important to me, and what clogs my mind more than anything else, is my ultimate dream of unification of people. That's what it is. Now that's a signifier along the way. Ferrari, whatever. Cool. Is what it is. I'm able to succeed. And it all goes back to me being a child and wanting to be like my pops. It's more so the feeling. And like, not to say that my pops was a material man, but when I see my pops and we got his truck that I was able to pick out at 4 years old, and we sat in that truck together, and he has on some crazy clothes that I had never seen before, with a big chain, which, I mean, it's a product of his environment. It's a product of what was going on, and it is a product of capitalism. But at this point in life, we all participate within it, and I'm gonna be bigger than it. So it's not more so what it is. It's more so like the feeling that I'm going to evoke within myself, and a connection that I'm going to have with my pops by living and breathing and exuding his energy and my energy combined, because I believe myself to be 100% of my mom and 100% of my dad, and they're 100% of their moms and their dads. So, to be frank, everyone should be an individual. Everyone should have their own hopes and dreams and aspirations, and should work tirelessly towards them, and stop being followers. Stop being told what to do at your every turn. Don't wake up and be If you wake up and the first thing that you do is get on your phone, scroll for a couple minutes, brush your teeth, wash your face, and get to go to school or go to work, you're living someone else's dream. Do something for yourself first. Improve for yourself. It's not to say that you can't participate within society and societal norms, but understand that you can participate within the norms of society while still being an individual and having your own dreams first. You're not going to reach them by simply being a pawn. You're not. So don't diminish your dreams just because you're taking what's being given to you. Always seek bigger and more for yourself. But that's individuality to me. Y'all let me know in the comments. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. It will help a lot. Um, this channel right here is not really meant for anything but community building. Now, when I get to my other channels, they might be more geared towards games, or me showing off how I like to get clothes and get fly, and how I like to maybe even drive some cars and stuff like that. But this is the truest, rawest version of myself. And you see me right now, but it's not going to be what I look like as time continues to progress, because I know who I am in here. So the more that I become, and more that I reach who I am in here, you're going to see me change. You're going to hear my voice change. You're going to see my backgrounds change. And it's all going to be indicative of the man that I'm becoming, and the dream that I've always had for everyone. I'm not someone that wants to save everybody. But then again, maybe I am. I guess so. But it's not just going to be me. It's going to be all of us together doing that. So the more people that I can align with, not my vision, but God's vision, which is all of our vision, the more unification, it's the more and more that my mission is complete. But I love you, Black women. I love you, black man. And I love all y'all out there. All right. Love, gang.